Despite the loss for City, Macca, they are still favourites to win the title. Can Arsenal run them close this season?
You would hope so, to be honest, Kay. You want Arsenal to have a good year. You want Arsenal to keep going. It's a pity that Arsenal, of course, their game with Manchester City this week has been cancelled because, of course, the European game. Because that would have been a really good contest to see how good they are and how close they are. And when Arsenal have to go away and play some of the big boys, it'll get interesting. But it's nice the fact that it's someone else, isn't it, apart from Manchester City sitting at the top. And, of course, there's Tottenham sitting in there as well. They've got Man United tomorrow. So it all adds up to a nice, interesting couple of weeks. As I said, until this truncated season gets to the World Cup, it is quite exciting. And as long as the teams do well, as long as they stay involved, getting in to the middle of November, it'll look really interesting when we start again on Boxing Day.
Somebody has to step up to them. Liverpool have stepped up to them, been close to them a couple of times, I think a point, and then beat them the year of the pandemic. But somebody has to, otherwise it is a humongous problem for the Premier League. Because City are strong, they're not going away. And so we know Liverpool have had their problems. But if Arsenal didn't have the season they're having, and Tottenham hadn't been as solid, I would call it, as they have been, we'd have been scratching our heads. Because City would, we know they're capable of putting 10, 12, 15 games on a winning streak or getting good results. It's whether the rest can keep up with that. At the moment, you have to say yes. But I wonder, off the back of the World Cup, as Macca mentioned, just if these teams can pick it up again and go again. That's going to be the interesting one, because City will. It's whether Arsenal, Tottenham, maybe Chelsea, and whether Liverpool can put a run together.
What do you think, Robbo? Can this Arsenal side keep it up?
At the moment, they're playing with great enthusiasm, they're playing with great spirit, they're playing some good football. The young players are showing their quality. Even players like Xhaka are now showing his experience and behaving himself more and being a much better player. And Arteta seems to be getting the best out of the players. The crowd now believe. Can they keep it going for the whole season? I doubt it. But I think they will be in the top four this season. I don't think they're going to drop away completely. I think they're going to run Man City and maybe whoever else is up there quite tightly. I think Arsenal are probably at the moment second favourites.
Well, given the fact that they're not finishing in the top four for you, Stevie, Arsenal, City have nothing to worry about, right?
Oh, you're banging on that drum as well, yeah? Listen, I think at the weekend, what happened to them against Leeds actually does Arteta a favour. Because sometimes you can get a little carried away. You're just turning up and playing well and winning games. That didn't happen. Other than winning a game, they didn't play well.
Oh, here
they
we
got
go
outfought
again.
and they got out-battled.
You gave this spiel the other day.
Oh, let me finish. Let me finish.
Well, why don't we just...
So the good thing... Hold on, I can't kill your jets. So the good thing for Arteta...
Be nice, you need to lift home tonight.
Yeah, I'm driving.
So I do. Yeah. No, go ahead, after you.
Go on.
But the good thing for Arteta is he can have a little go. You know, when you're winning easily, there's not that much to do as a coach. When you're winning game after game after game and playing well, you're basically just keeping the thing taking over. But for him, he can sit them down and go, right, this is what can happen if we don't turn up. We can get out. We were lucky today, or at the weekend. We didn't turn up, but we got away with it. That's not going to happen every time you don't turn up. So it's a good little opportunity for him just to remind them how difficult it actually is to win games. And you can't rely on just turning up and expect to win and play well.
He also liked Mikel Arteta, Stevie, in that Amazon documentary. He loved some of his quotes. Do you know the background marker to this Arsenal thing was after match day one? After match day one, when Arsenal beat Crystal Palace, Dan asked Stevie about have Arsenal improved, and Stevie said no.
Well, one game. I mean, seriously, one game.
And he's been digging ever since.
Yeah.
One game.
They proceeded to have a bet as well that Arsenal wouldn't finish in the top four.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut on this programme.
Well,
don't ask me any
don't keep your mouth shut tonight. Keep talking for us tonight.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.